Hello guys, welcome to today, day 2 of opening up our Grabie Calendar gift for the day. This is our box for day 2, super cute. I like this side better than this side. Super sweet. These would be fun to repurpose somewhere decorative, don't you think? At any rate, let's open the box. I always get frustrated when people don't open the box already. Oh, is that watercolors? Oh, I'm so excited. It is. Woohoo. I love watercolor. Watercolor, when I got back into art, watercolor was the one thing that I decided would be my starting point, besides graphite drawing, to, let me get something, whoa, sharp to open this with. Not damage my box. There we go. Did I get it? I did. Okay, let's put this away. Put that away. This is the watercolor essentials, and I actually, of course, it's the shopping season, right? So I've been the last couple months perusing websites and seeing, wish listing things. The sticker's got a little air bubble in it. That's okay. I'll probably take the sticker off of here anyways and repurpose this. Maybe I won't. Oh, all right. So we have, what is this? Is this a watercolor palette or just cards? Oh my goodness, it's everything. Oh, fun. Okay, so you have your essentials swatch card, which I always do. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4 watercolor cards to paint. Oh, nice. Okay, this is a cute little kit. And then, of course, how to use your water pen. I've used them before, so I don't really need that. So we get a cute water pen. I'm not a big fan of water pens. They're not my favorite. But if you're just starting out and they just screw together like that, you pop the top off, you squeeze the water, it comes down and wets your brush, and then you can use this sponge for squeezing out and cleaning your brush if you want to. They are fun for travel. I may throw this in my travel kit, we'll see. Let's give this a little spritz and do our swatching. That sounds like fun. I love watercolors. I do have a couple of small Grabie palettes from last year in my stash. Let me scoop that up. And I have water always on my desk and a paintbrush, always. We're gonna go ahead and swatch our little colors. See how they re-wet. Ooh, it's re-wetting pretty nice. This is sap green. I do love a nice swatch video where you can actually see the colors as they are. It's always advisable to swatch your paints so you know how they dry. And with watercolor, there's always a shift from wet to dry. Watercolor gets light. Watercolor gets lighter than it is when it's wet. It kind of mutes out. It's great for layering. If you get nice translucent watercolor, it is fabulous. Ooh, that red is nice. Rose Madder. Red's a hard one for me. I don't always like red. This is nice though. This is a red I could get groovy with. Get groovy. Let's wet that down a bit. Like so. Happy day 2 of December. How are you doing? How's your holiday season rolling? I'm one of the for the first year ever in my whole life, all of my Christmas shopping is done. I'm not bragging, I'm just bragging. I finished my Christmas shopping for the grandkids almost a week before, like mid, that's really nice red. Cadmium red, really nice red. The week before Thanksgiving, I got my Christmas shopping done. This is cadmium yellow, beautiful. It's a beautiful yellow. Gorge. So I'm having a chill December, except for the fact that I am actually moving in. It's the 2nd, so I'm moving in like a week and a half. So I'm moving mid-December. So these videos are pre-recorded, just so you're aware, so that I can get my moving done without too much chaos, and I don't miss any days for my videos for you guys, because that's always a bummer, you know, when you have a YouTuber that you really enjoy and they disappear. And I did disappear mid-November for a little bit because life got chaotic. Then I got sick again a few days before Thanksgiving. The week before Thanksgiving, I got a little bit of a cold, a little bit of a runny nose, cough situation. This blue's nice. This is turquoise. It doesn't feel turquoise to me though. Turquoise for me is usually a little more green. Green leaning? Anybody else? And then here we are, cobalt blue deep. Nice. Enjoying it. Feels like it's going to be granulating. We'll see when it dries. I feel like they put that in instead of ultramarine, which is fine. This is royal purple. I prefer dioxazine. This feels more like cobalt, M-grams cobalt. Cobalt lavender, I think it is. I'm an M-gram girly. That's my favorite M-gram. And then after M-gram is my, this is burnt sienna. After M-gram is my beam paints. And then after that is Daniel Smith and Core and all the other ones. They all kind of fall in line next to each other for me. Burnt umber. I feel like if I played with my Daniel Smith paints more, I would like them just as much as I like my M-grams. I do like my Daniel Smiths for granulating colors. Daniel Smith does have really nice granulating colors. And then here's our neutral tint. Which way does this lean? Neutral tint, which is generally a gray, but I find that the neutral tint leans green, blue, or purple generally. And for me, this one looks a little green more than blue or purple. And then, of course, white is white. White is white. I don't know. So we'll swatch it anyways, just for fun. Usually the white is pretty chalky, and you can mix it with your other colors if you want a more muted gouache-like coverage and to tint them down. So that's fun. Beautiful colors. We'll see how they dry in comparison to what they look like in the palette, but I feel like they're pretty close, right? And then maybe we'll paint one of our cards. Should we paint one of our cards? Maybe scoot those over. Put that there. I don't know why I switched that all around. I don't have any tape over here. I was going to tape it down. I don't have any tape over here, so we'll just go for it. I think I need a bigger brush, so let's grab a bigger brush and a little palette. And I'm just gonna go for it. Let's just go for it. We'll do a little mountain scene, maybe? A little winter mountain scene. Let's do that. I don't have any reference photos. I didn't stop the video, obviously. We're just gonna roll with it. Now, if you find your paper is buckling, and you don't like that, you can also wet the back and it will stick to your surface. Make sure your surface is waterproof though. You don't want to do it on your nice wood table because that's a bummer. That is a bummer, excuse me. I'm trying to do stuff here. But if you flip it back over and put it down, see how flat it gets? How nice is that? And then you can get it nice and juicy wet. And it'll stay flat for you, generally speaking, through the painting. Okay, let's do, I think I'm gonna do the turquoise for the sky with just a touch of our cobalt deep. Maybe we do like the cobalt deep for the sky. Nice and dark at the top. And if you want, you can take a tissue or towel or whatever and make clouds, little clouds. That's not gonna work. What are you doing, silly girl? Let's grab a tissue. Kitchen towel, paper towel usually is what I grab, and then just press down. I have these fake nails on, so it's a little, and you can make puffy little clouds in your landscape. Isn't that cute? I love to make clouds like that. It's so fun. Let's see. Should we? I feel like I should put in just a touch of, way too much. Just a touch, I said, of blue for snowy hills, and then just drag it in the direction you want the eye to like feel like that goes. I'm gonna put water here, clean that up just a bit, grab blue and really make it very thin. Oh, that's the wrong blue. I wanted to use the turquoise for the snow. Silly girl. And thin that out, kind of a lot. Nice and super thin. Lots of water, very little paint, dab, dab, dab. And then you can come in over here and get in some snowy hills, like that. Like that. I'm gonna hit this with the heat tool real quick, and then we're gonna put in a little mountain scene. If you wanna layer with your watercolor, definitely dry between steps. So you get it here, there's a little too much pigment right there. That's all right. Get it to this point and then go ahead and dry it with a heat tool or wait, or a hair dryer would work. Just, you know, be mindful that a hair dryer's forceful wind. I have dripped water right there. You guys saw that, right? You totally saw that. I'm gonna leave it like that. That looks kind of neat. There we go. That dried pretty nice. If you wet the back of your paper like I did, you're gonna want to dry the back too, and then clean up your mess so you don't get drippies everywhere. And then go in with your smaller brush maybe, and let's put in a little bit of mountain. I think I'm gonna go a little bit of purple. We'll do a little bit of purple mixed with the blue. Get kind of a gray, purpley color going on. Muddy things up a bit. Grab some dirt that's on my palette, which would be sienna. You could put sienna on your palette. Grab more purple, throw that down, and make kind of a purpley gray color for your mountains. Or you could go brown, whatever you please. I'm going to go in here and just gently, there's lots of snow on my mountains, so I'm gonna go up, up, up into that blue skyline, like so. Maybe there are some mountains peeking, or some rocks peeking through right there, and then like that off the edge of the page. Dry your brush, and then just dry brush, just skim it down gently like that. And then I'm gonna grab just a touch more. We're gonna put in another little bit of craggy mountain situation there. Over that way. And it's sweeping off the page in that direction. Now, I don't normally use white, but let's grab the white. Nice big globule of it. And just maybe not that much water. Really get that white moving around. And ideally here you would have like super clean water so that it's a nice crisp white. Because mine turned gray and I don't want it to be gray. Spritz that and pick up that gray that got on there. Like that. Then spritz it again to get a nice note. And try again. Let's Let's try again. There we go. And drop in little bits of snow. Now, normally I would use my Dr. P.H. Martin Speed Proof White to get the snow in, just because it works so much better. You could wait to see what else you get in your box, in your box to put in snow. I'm gonna leave it like that. And then I think I want to go in with some green. I'll put the green here. I want it to be a little more sap green, so I'm going to grab a little blue and pull it in. Dry my brush and just gently tap, tap, tap in a little tree line back here. It doesn't have to be across the whole page. It'd be nice to have it broken up. I was gonna dip my finger in there. That's a bad idea. Like that. Dab the brush. And then just soften that edge. Like that. Grab some of that blue. Drop that in. There we go. That green is getting out of hand. And if you don't like this, you could go in with pencil or acrylic marker or whatever to get those distant trees way back there. And then if you wanted to make this feel more like there's a lot going on, you could put something in the foreground. Maybe there is a bit of brush in the foreground here, peeking out, some sticks and twigs and things like that, just to give it a little bit of depth. And this is a super quick sketch. It's not a masterpiece or anything crazy like that. Maybe grab the red and just tap in some berries. Maybe there's some red berries on our bush. For the birds, because the birds do love the berry bushes. But the twigs are brown because, you know, it's winter. Sometimes they lighten up, sometimes they darken, the twigs I mean. So you can go in and darken things up a bit here and there if you want to. Run that off the edge. And you've got a little bit of depth going on, or you could put in a big tree or whatever you want to do, however you want to make it look for you. But that's just a cute little mountain landscape. Yeah. Possibility of what you could do with your cards. I already got stuff on that one. And that's our little palette for our day 2. Maybe come in here with a little more blue and really play that up a bit. Maybe make it a little darker down here. Oops. Got my berries. My berries got in the way. But anyways, you can play with this. You can make it really nice. Maybe give these away as gifts, little framed piece for friends or whatever. Or throw it in your stash of finished work. Da, da, da. All right, that's all I got for day 2. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys tomorrow. See what we get for day 3. All right, bye.